Want to know the single biggest difference between a side hustle copywriter who is overworked, underpaid, and overstretched versus a six-figure copywriter who is excelling, thriving, and absolutely dominating their niche? Keep watching. Hey Posse, what's up? It's Alex. Happy New Year. I am very excited to dive into today's video because this is literally what I help my students do each and every day. So whether you're a brand new copywriter who is literally just getting started, or maybe you haven't quite started just yet, or you've been freelancing for a while now, but you really want to learn how to break that six-figure mark, this video is for you. You're gonna walk away with the next steps you need to make this your six-figure year. But first, if you're new to the crew, welcome. My channel is here to teach you everything you need to know in order to ignite a successful and rewarding copywriting business. So make sure you hit subscribe below and then tap that bell to be notified so you never miss another video from me. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to build a six-figure copywriting business from scratch. Now, today's training is just a small teaser of a much more in-depth free masterclass that I offer, where I train on why copywriting is a skill you need to learn even if you don't want to be a freelance copywriter, what businesses today are actually looking for when it comes to copywriting, how to be paid top dollar for your skills and expertise, why having a complete and cohesive portfolio is essential for igniting your copywriting business, the 5 steps you need to do to begin building your own killer portfolio, my 4 tips and proven methods for landing your absolute dream clients, plus how you can become AI proof as a highly sought after, highly paid copywriter. So if you're interested in watching the full masterclass, I'll tell you how you can watch that at the end of this video. But for now, let's dive into today's topic, building a six-figure copywriting business. All right, now it goes without saying that a lot of factors go into building a successful copywriting business. Things like how much time and effort do you dedicate to learning and improving your skill, how well you receive and implement feedback from your clients, and of course, how many projects and clients you're willing and capable of taking on at once. And of course, the longer you do this and the better you get, the more money you'll be able to charge. And that is just the fact in any industry, okay? But let's be honest. That can take years, especially if you make the same detrimental mistakes that I see so many brand new copywriters making, which is you try to do all the things. This is the very first thing you need to do if you want to build a six-figure copywriting business from scratch, or take your current business from side hustle to 6 figures, okay? You need to stop trying to do it all, right? Oh, you need a sales page, 10 Facebook ads, 25 emails, a webinar script, 15 social media captions, blog posts, project management, shoe shining? No problem, I got you. No, stop doing that ASAP. Because here's the thing. While taking on a wide range of different types of projects is an absolutely great way to get your foot in the door in the beginning, and I do suggest dabbling across a variety of different jobs and niches when you are just getting started to see what you enjoy, once you've gotten to a certain point, you need to narrow in on what makes you and your services so unique. And then you offer that service. In other words, you need to get highly specific about what you offer, no matter what kind of freelancer you are. Because when you specialize, you become an expert in that field and you can charge more for your services. So how do you specialize? How do you present yourself as the expert? How do you pitch to your dream clients? Well, the very first thing you need to do is to crystallize your USP, or unique selling proposition. In other words, your 10-second personal sales pitch that communicates what you do. And this is really important because, hi, I'm a copywriter and I can write copy for you, is not a personal sales pitch that comes across as expert level. And it's likely not going to get you the types of clients that you actually want. So a specialized USP needs to be broken down into 3 main components, all right? What you offer, who you serve, and how you do it. Those are 3 really powerful ways that you can specialize. So let's break down each one. What do you offer, right? Will you offer copy, content, or both? Then go one step further to nail down exactly what your ideal niche is. Or in other words, what would you like to be your area of expertise? Think about the things you already like to learn, read, and write about, right? It could be personal development, online education, beauty, health, fitness, real estate, finances, right? The list goes on and on. Ask yourself, What do you truly enjoy researching, learning, and writing about? And that's what you can pick as your starter niche. Now listen, you do not have to be an expert on the subject. It just needs to be something that you are interested in learning and writing about. And don't worry, everyone always worries about this. Picking your niche is not a lifelong commitment. You can pivot at any time, so don't get too hung up on this. I have had plenty of students that have pivoted their niches. All right, so next up. Who do you serve? So similar to getting specific on what you offer, you want to get crystal clear on who your ideal client is, right? Do you want to help coaches, entrepreneurs, authors, female-led brands, local businesses, natural and sustainable products, SaaS sites, e-commerce companies? So think about it, right? If I'm a well-established wellness influencer, for example, that needs a bomb-ass sales page, chances are that I'm going to go out there and look for a copywriter who specializes in writing bomb-ass sales pages for people in the wellness space. I'm not just gonna hire anyone who calls themselves a copywriter on the internet because I want someone who is the right fit for me. Now, listen, this doesn't mean that you won't or can't take on clients outside of your ideal client. It just means that you're stating to the world exactly who you prefer to work with and where your specialty lies. And this really helps your ideal customer self-identify with you and not only makes them more likely to hire you over a generic copywriter, but they're also willing to pay you more for your specialized services. And even if that brand doesn't hire you right out of the gate, if you approach them with a highly specific USP that resonates with them, they are way more likely to remember you in the future should any copy needs arise. So I have students who have really landed a ton of epic clients that way, maybe hearing from them like 5, 6, 7 months later because they remembered the initial conversation they had. All right, now the last component of your specialized USP, how do you do it? So what services will you offer? This is where you can get even more granular and specific about what you offer. So say you write sales copy. Well, there's a whole list of assets that fall underneath that category, right? So are you gonna specialize in sales pages, webinars, Facebook ads, email marketing? When I first started my freelance copywriting business, I actually specialized in emails. And that's because it was one of my favorite things to write and I loved the idea of list monetization. So pick what you love and then continue to hone that skill until you become an expert in that niche. And then you can start advertising your services to your clients as the must-hire specialist who can help them get where they want to go. So specializing in one area really gives you the chance to learn and excel at it, which, spoiler, allows you to charge even more for your services. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh my God, Alex, wait, I cannot possibly narrow it down that much. Won't it be super hard to find clients if I am so specific about what I offer, who I serve, and how I do it? I know it's scary and it can really feel like you're cutting yourself off from a lot of opportunities, but trust me, getting specific is what helps you find and land clients who want to pay you. It doesn't mean that you won't write other things or that you can't help other people. You just have a specialty to help you stand out as a specialist, right? I get generic pitches from freelancers all the time looking for work, literally every single day. And how many of them do you think I have hired? None, right? And mostly it's because their offers are really generic. So here's an example of 2 different pitches and tell me which one you're more likely to hire. Hi, I'm a copywriter and I can write copy for you. Or, hi, I help coaches craft website copy that is clear, effective, and personal to help them attract more leads and sales. Right? It's pretty obvious which one would stand out to the best potential client. So don't be afraid to polarize and be specific. As I always say, polarity equals popularity, right? The more specific you can be in your offer statement and what you pitch to your clients, the more likely you are to get noticed, get hired, and get paid even more, period. And this is exactly how you differentiate yourself from your competition. This one thing will really help you start building a successful copywriting business from scratch. And it's the #1 secret for turning your side hustle into 6 figures way faster. All right, Posse, I hope this video gave you the inspiration, motivation, and practical steps you need to get started in the right direction. Remember, 6 figures doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't happen without hard work and dedication. But if you follow the suggestions in this video, you will be on your way. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to watch my full 2-hour masterclass where I go so much deeper into this whole topic, you can click the link in the description box below and watch it right away. Happy New Year! Until next time, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. All right, guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to check out the next one from me right here. And you can click right here to get a free gift. So you've watched a couple of YouTube videos and decided that you want to give this whole copywriting thing a try. Yeah, you do. Well, let me tell you, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm sharing the first 6 steps you must take to start a freelance copywriting business and make money doing what you love ASAP.